Hey, Susan, you were the first one I saw when I pulled in, so I'm going to mute everybody. Then if you've got a question.
So, um, I've been experiencing a lot of anxiety lately, which is unusual for me, and it's preventing me from moving forward in my business. So I need some, I connected with my guides, but I just need clarity.
Okay, and what is your business?
I coach coaches. I bring them from new coaches to expert status. So it's just, I've been doing my thing. I love what I do. And I rebranded recently. And now, I don't know, I'm having a lot of anxiety, not just a little. And it's just very weird for me. So what's going on?
And how long ago did the anxiety start?
Well, I've always been intuitive and connected. And then I disconnected from my brand that I had. And so I decided to rebrand. And for a period of time this year, like the flow stopped. And then the flow continued again. So I'm now with my new brand, which I'm passionate about. I feel really good about. But my program, I'm to launch my program, and every time I'm thinking about doing it, it's almost like I want to throw up. What's going on?
Okay. Well, the word that's popping up for me is hybrid. Is it possible to do a hybrid of what you used to do and what you're presently doing? Is there enough crossover that you could do that?
I'm still doing the same thing, but my focus, instead of light workers, healers, and coaches, my focus is now on coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've decided to just ultra focus on coaches because they're amazing. And, so I started a free Facebook group. It's going really well. Engagement is high. But I have this program that I do every year, and I'm expanding that program to be a year instead of 6 months. And I don't know why. I'm just, every time I'm ready to announce it, and I have a couple of people waiting for me to announce it, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Do you know anything about horses?
Not really.
Okay. Because I got this picture. There are some bridles. The bridle has the two reins and the rider's holding those reins. Well, there are some bridles that are made for upper level riders, the ones that are more experienced and the horse is more experienced. They have two sets of reins. So here you are, you're the rider, you've got your two reins and you're doing your thing, but then you advance to this new level. Now you've got two reins on each hand and you got to kind of twist them around your fingers so that you can use them individually and still control the horse and get the same result. But doing that with those two reins on each hand instead of one on each is really kind of awkward and difficult in the very beginning because it's a whole new skill set you're learning. It's new muscle memory, right? So that's why they're showing me this picture of these reins, because it's a really perfect metaphor for what you're going through. You've stepped out of what was comfortable, what you can do with your eyes closed, right? You can ride a horse with those two reins so easily. Now you've got four. And so it's learning how to manipulate those four. So what I'm hearing is slow down. Don't go so fast because it takes time to develop that new skill. And so one day you're going to be riding and all of a sudden you'll realize, wow, I got these four reins and I'm just going smoothly and it's working. But in the beginning, it's going to be really uncomfortable. It's going to be scary because, if you don't get that communication right with your horse, and in your case, it's with your clients, right? It can be difficult and then you've got to work it out. Don't be afraid of that process. That's the way when you expand, it's always scary because it's new, uncharted territory. It's new skills. Does that make sense?
A little bit. Do I have a karmic, I feel like I have like a money block, like a karmic money block, because now, I'm now experienced. I have proven results with my clients. So now I am going to that next level as you describe, as a leader, as an expert. So I feel like because I'm called to make money right now, that there's something energetic going on that's not allowing it.
Yeah, let me just ask that question. Is there some energetic karmic block that is impeding Susan's ability to find abundance in her new job or in her new business? So I'm getting a picture of you as a little girl with your hair in pigtails, and you look like you're about maybe 6 or 7, and you're standing by this lake and you're skipping rocks into the lake, and you're at peace. You're just really absorbed with what you're doing. You just feel really good, right? Life is nice and smooth, except for those little ripples you're creating in the pond when you skip your stones across it. And then this big kid comes along and he kind of shoves you out of the way with his elbow, right? And he's moving in and he wants to take over your spot. He's challenging you. And that really sucks. And you get mad and you stamp your foot and you retreat for a little while to a tree nearby, and you're standing under the tree and your arms are folded and got this big frown on your face, and you're watching him, but the wheels are just turning in your head. I don't know where this is going, Susan. Just hang with me.
That's okay. I understand.
It's a funny story, but I'm sure it has a point. So you're really ticked off and you're watching him and you're trying to come up with a way to beat him. You want to win. Winning is right there for you. It's like, boy, I'm just not going to let this big bully take away my beautiful, fun day. But the message that's coming is, Susan, there are lots of ponds out there. Why would you want to get into a struggle with this bully who's only going to then come back at you again? It's going to create this conflict, right? This back and forth. You can just go down the road a piece to another pond and skip your stones there. You don't have to stay there if it's not working, in other words. So is this some kind of a past life memory that we're getting here? Yeah, it's connected to the past. But did this actual event happen? Is that what you're trying to tell us? No, so it's a metaphor, but it's connected to a past life. So we'll just keep allowing them to unfold this and see where it goes. Okay, so can you get to the point for Susan, because she really needs an answer. So I'm seeing you're still under that, so you're stubborn. Okay. That's part of what they're telling you. Part of this is about being stubborn. Susan, we've already shown you the answer a few times, but you don't like the answer, so you don't want to act upon it. And it's like, yeah, you know, sometimes the answer doesn't taste like, you know, your favorite peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sometimes it's, you know, got this little bit of a bitterness to it. And it doesn't mean that it's still not good and wholesome for you, but it's just not as much fun. And that's part of life. It's not all going to be sweetness and light. There are going to be those challenges. So what they're asking you, and here we go to the reins again, they're asking you to lighten up a little bit on the reins. You're grasping them so tightly that your horse is being held back. Your horse is not able to move forward freely, because in that moment of being stubborn and being scared, you're clamping down. So they're saying, Susan, breathe, relax, allow. That's going to be your mantra for a little while.
Okay.
Breathe, relax, allow. And when you get into that rhythm of breathing, relaxing, allowing, then you're going to see the answers coming to you, because they're skipping breadcrumbs at you left and right the way you were skipping stones on the pond, but they're bouncing off, or, you know, they're falling by the wayside because you're just clenched so tight you can't see them. So they just want you to relax a little bit. Let that anxiety go, because it's like you've taken on this 50-pound backpack that you don't have to carry, right? You've created that for yourself with the fears. It's unknown, it's scary, but Susan, you chose this adventure. So it's about shifting your perspective from, oh my God, this is horrible and I'm failing and what am I going to do, to, wow, that's interesting. What am I going to do about this? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's so interesting that, but when I wasn't at that level, it was more fun because I had nothing to lose. So, right? Interesting.
Yeah, so you've turned this molehill into a mountain, right? You've made it scary. Maybe you tried to leap too far too fast. They're
Yeah.
asking you to slow down a little bit, enjoy the journey, put the fun back into it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And ease up on those reins because your poor horse is hurting,
Okay.
right?
Is there a karmic money block though that I need to release? Is
Yeah,
there a,
there's definitely something there. Let's just see what they have to say about that. Because the story was definitely connected to
yeah.
story. That's what I asked. So what can you tell Susan about the karmic money block now that you've given us all these lovely little pictures? So I'm seeing up over top of you this big, it's like a safe, and somebody's hoisted it up, and it's like hanging in the sky. So it's out of your reach because it's been hoisted up. But Susan, if you just turn and look to your right, you'll see that it's tied to a tree. And all you have to do is go untie it and let it come slowly down, and now you've got access to it.
Okay.
So it's there for you, but you're not seeing the way to get to it because your eyes are closed and you've got your energy clamped down.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, it's karmic. You've done this before. It's an old pattern and you're ready to release it or you wouldn't be here asking about it.
Right.
Cool news, right? So it's just about spend some time in quiet reflection, meditation, if you like, and do that. Breathe, relax, allow. Let them bring you the insights that will help you to see where that silly safe is tied so that you can go untie it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So try that and then let me know how that works out.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.